ladies and gentlemen, I have a shocking revelation for you. The Knuckles show is not real. Now, obviously, I mean that in a more metaphorical sense, but I think that's actually worse. You see, if the show Knuckles just didn't exist, there wouldn't be a problem. But because the Knuckles show does exist, and it's not really about Knuckles, we've got ourselves an issue. Before I go any further, this is not going to be a review on the Knuckles series to its entirety, or really a review at all. I don't want to make that video, and I don't think you'd want to see that video, because all I'd be basically saying in the video is, it was fine, but, and then hearing that for like 5 minutes on and on and on would be really boring. So instead, I'm just going to talk about the primary issue with this show, and just overall about how, you know, the show really isn't really worth your time. And I don't say that in a way to attack anyone who did enjoy the show. If you did, hey, good for you. Me personally, I thought it was fine, but again, not worth my time. And the reason why I say it is because I went in with expectations, and I'm sure just like many of you who watch this show and are Sonic fans, or even just watch the show and aren't Sonic fans, you expected the main character to be Knuckles the Echidna. And it wasn't. Knuckles kind of took a backseat in his own show, which is mildly infuriating. I'm going to ask you to think back to the Sonic movie sequel for a second. I want to ask you, what is the worst part of that movie? Chances are, in that 2 seconds I gave you to think about it, you probably thought of the wedding subplot. And as someone who actually enjoyed the wedding subplot, you're not wrong. And you see, the reason why this wedding subplot, even by me, is not so good is because it's not what we came to see. Now, of course, it sets up for later things to happen in the movie, but at the same time, we want to see Sonic characters do Sonic things. We did not come to see these franchise-born characters get married and have this crazy debacle with where the ring is. Nobody wanted to see that. Chances are, if you were going to go see the Sonic movie sequel, you wanted to see Sonic and Friends do stuff. And by Sonic and Friends, I mean Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Eggman, and that's basically it. Now, would you be surprised if I told you that I and many others had the same expectation going forward with the Knuckles TV show? I know, total shocker. And it clearly must have caught somebody by surprise, because we just didn't get any of that. After like the first episode, I feel like Knuckles' screen time slowly starts to dwindle away until he's on screen but has no lines, or he's just not present at all. I can't remember if it was episode 4 or 5, but in one of them, Knuckles just isn't there at all until like the very last couple minutes, where he's able to basically save Wade and everybody else. But until that point, it's just Wade and family dynamics. And here's the funniest thing about this. Remember how seconds ago I just told you that I liked the wedding subplot? Well, no matter how much you liked Wade, you probably were not expecting the show to turn out this way. You probably didn't think the moment the Knuckles trailer got debuted or whatever, that Wade was going to have tons of screen time, and you were really looking forward to that aspect of the show. No, I guarantee you, most of everyone who watched this show or wanted to watch this show was looking forward to seeing Knuckles. And Paramount understands who they're marketing to. They understand their audience. They know that we want to see these Sonic characters do stuff, because in all of the commercials, advertisements, and posters, they give us all this great Sonic the Hedgehog eye candy and all of these really cool fight sequences and stuff like that. But you know what they never show? They never show us the stuff that we're really not interested in seeing all that much, like the wedding sequences or the stuff happening with Wade and his family. We get very short moments of that in the trailers, and they don't really give us that much of an indication that there's going to be a lot of that in the show until you realize everything they kind of showed in the trailer was kind of everything we're going to see with Knuckles anyway. And then all the stuff that was going to happen, you know, with Wade, we didn't see because that was the stuff they were saving. Quick little spoiler alert before I go into the next part. They have an introduction of the Flames of Disaster. They do a little Sonic 06 reference, and you know, as someone who enjoys Sonic 06, I was ecstatic. But they introduced it with Wade. Wade? Are you kidding me? I mean, whatever, but at the same time, that could have been really cool to see Knuckles do something with it. And then, of course, in the last scene of the show or whatever, we see him with the Fire Fist, you know, Flames of Disaster kind of thing. So, cool, but why did Wade have to see that first? Why couldn't it have been anyone else? Not that it would have changed anything narratively, but I mean, it would have been cool to see a Sonic character interact with a Sonic story thing as opposed to Wade, the comic relief character in these movies. I can't tell you how much I wanted to throw up that Wade tuxedo image where he's walking away from the explosion up for the entire video, but I didn't want to be that guy, and also I don't think my engagement would do very good if I did that, so we're saving ourselves. Either way though, it'd be great commentary on just how often this dude is in the show. I mean, it feels like they can't go a scene without him. But I digress. Did you enjoy the Knuckles show? Let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. I'd love to see what you guys have to say, or if you totally disagree with me and this show was a true, real Knuckles show. I really want to see that. I need to see that if someone really does believe that. I'm curious on your opinions on that. But anyway, it's been real. This is your boy Sonic signing out. Have a super blessed day, y'all.
Why are you playing that trash?